Yeah folks, it's Gav from Forge Gym in Inverness. Today I just want to do a quick tutorial on the differences between pressing for moving load versus pressing for pectoral development. I'm going to do that with some machine bench press and basically just talk you through how to set everything up and make sure that the pec is doing the majority of the work and maximise pectoral growth and hopefully increase the size of your chest. So, first things in terms of setup itself, height of the handle, just setting the crewing process in the shoulder, okay? So you don't want the handles way down here at the pec line, you want them relatively high. Next thing, when I take my grip, if I want to maximise the activation of the pec, I need the arm to come from outside the body to the inside. That's what the pec does. It moves the arm across the body like this. It doesn't extend the arm, that's triceps. It doesn't lift the arm through, that's going to be delt. Okay? So as much as possible, we want to have the elbow out high and wide and moving across the body. So when I set up the press and the machine press, I'm not thinking about pushing the weight forward. I'm thinking about having my elbows high and wide and squeezing the hands towards one another. Obviously the handles, they're not going to move inwards, but the pressure I'm applying is coming across from the pec. In order to set that up, rather than having the hand flat like this and holding onto the handle, I'm going to turn my hand to the inside and let the handle come across the pad of my thumb. So my elbow is going to be cocked up like this. Alright? In doing that, as soon as I start moving the hands back, the pec is stretched. To move the hands forward at all, I need to contract the pec. Okay? Also in that position, I can't apply a lot of force by straightening the arm. The tricep is more or less taken out of the movement. The angle of my arm will not change very much, and I certainly won't walk the arm straight at the end of the rep. I'm going to keep tension on the pectoral muscle throughout the range of movement. I'm going to set it up and show you what that looks like. So first of all, we've got the foot plate out, handles are ready. The first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to draw my shoulder blades down and back behind me to bring my chest up. Okay? That's going to allow me to get better extraction of the pec at the bottom of the movement, better contraction at the end as well. Then there's that grip that I was talking about, keeping the elbow high and the hand across the pad of the thumb rather than in the hand. That's my start position. From there, I'm going to very much control the descent. Take about 2 or 3 seconds to lower the bar down, get a proper stretch in the pec, and then I'm going to squeeze my hands towards each other to do the rep. So if it wasn't for the handles stopping my hands from moving, my palms would be moving towards one another, like a cable crossover type movement or like a fly type movement. Again, as I said, keep that tempo slow. Full stretch, squeeze the pecs together to start the movement, and that's the end of the range long before the arm's locked. Perform this in rest pause style as well. Style of training we use a lot of time for hypertrophy here at Forge. So my original set out of the way, and I'm going to rest 10 to 15 seconds, perform a few more repetitions in the same style at the same pace. Usually aiming to get around about 50% more total reps. So that first set of 15 or so reps, I'm now going to try and get a total of 7 in that rest pause style, resting when I need to, same tempo. So, that's my 7 more in the rest pause style. I'm then going to drop the load by around about 40%. I'm going to speed up the tempo and perform as many repetitions as I can, just to flush muscle out with blood and finish it off. So that would comprise one set. Typically, if training in that style, one movement, one set like the upper body part, and that would be it. Other days of the week, higher loading, and another day of the week, higher total volume. So train each body part multiple times per week. Once in that kind of style, once with a slightly higher tempo, and a lot more sets and repetitions, and once much heavier and much more focused on power as opposed to trying to isolate any particular muscle. So, that was your setup on machine bench press. A little look at the rest pause and drop set style of training there, and hopefully between the two of those you can get your pectoral development on the go. Thanks very much, and see you next time for our next video.